your boy Queso Big Dipper.
I am back. What it do, baby?
And today, I got something very interesting for y'all. So I just reacted to So Be It by Pusha T. And Pusha T has tripled down on the disrespect, on the disses, on the comments he made towards Travis Scott. Hit that thumbs up button. This video has a 10,000 thumbs up goal. And if we do hit that goal, I have something very special in store for you. So the first clip I have is from the Popcast podcast. It was Pusha and No Malice sitting down and discussing the new record. As we all know, Pusha T the Clips are dropping a brand new Clips album. How long has it been? Like 15 years, 12 years? Drop in the comments. That's gonna be a good like hip hop historian fact. But anyway, they're dropping a new album, so they're doing the media rollout, and they're going to radio station, and they're going to, well, actually not really radio stations anymore, but podcasts, which is our new radio stations. And they're talking about the music. And with a true MC, a true lyricist like Pusha T, it speaks to why I love artists that are about the art, because their interviews will be about the music. It's not going to be about salacious, baby mama this, or what you wear. It's about the music. And we've seen Pusha T done put belt to ass to Jim Jones. He don't care.
He's shameless. It all came from actually being in Paris.
So be it. So be it. So be it. So
He came through carrying the Utopia briefcase.
Right. Yep.
Doing his whole spiel.
In there, he says something about P on the So Be It song. And I'm one of the few reactors who actually have got out and said that. I thought that he was talking about Pharrell. Let's see. What do y'all think?
He comes, he interrupts the session. The next day, the meltdown verse or whatever comes on.
I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss.
Drake on Travis Scott talking about
melting
P, Pharrell's jewelry.
Yeah, and all of that. That was a corny,
It was about him.
Like, you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him.
That is so facts. I just think us hip hop fans of this cloth that we exist in, and I can speak to my audience very, very comfortably and very safely, and knowing that we all come from a very similar cloth in that. Niggas are weirdos nowadays, bro. People think loyalty is something that is just comes secondary. When I come from a cloth where I got homies that, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, don't have any tangible talent, skills that I know of, be violent, have criminal records, and if I ever reach an opportunity, I will seek after them to see how I can, bring them in because of their loyalty. Because I know these certain niggas would stand in front of a bullet for me, so anything else, nigga, we can teach this nigga how to do accounting. Yeah, the other dude I can't trust like this. Loyalty is so secondary. And for clout and for attention, these niggas will do anything. These niggas will do anything or everything. I knew internet niggas was different when somebody was beefing with my brother and that person hit me up to get information on this nigga. I'm like, bro, you think this is internet games. You don't know if when I run into you, I'm going to wire your jaw shut. You think this is internet shit? Like, oh, boy, I'm shocked.
Specifically, too. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis.
Yeah.
He's harmless. I'm not into what
He's a Kardashian. And I will say, the music, and tell me this is a very hot take, but rap and R&B have been co-opted. For those of us who remember what R&B was, it was essentially like a rapper. It was like a rapper. If you go and break down some R. Kelly verses, it could be like a rapper, right? But where you would make the distinction was usually not even subject matter, but in the ability to sing. So you weren't just speaking and delivering your bars like that. You were singing it. I'm trapped in the closet. I'm in someone in the closet, right? And then what happened in around the 2010s, when you get the Travis Scotts and when you get the Post Malones, when you even get a little Uzi Vert, and again, this has nothing to do with my enjoyment of their music, right? This has to do with my culture of hip hop. This has to do with the preservation of our art form. And so what I noticed is niggas who no longer have the ability to sing, what they would lean heavy on is production, and they would trick us into being rappers. But in actuality, if you put Travis Scott's lyrics up against Pusha T, you'd laugh. It's the only rapper you're gonna find with those level of like simplistic, bubblegum, no bars kind of rap. It's gonna be like a fucking bass god. But because of the production, and remember, rapping is a tangible thing. Music is different. Music, you can make a song out of going, you remember the Cup song when niggas were doing that? You can make a song out of anything. But rapping is something tangible. A nigga bars is something I can actually say, this guy raps good, this guy raps bad, this guy raps better. They tricked us. So niggas like Trav, it is so, you looking at one of the greatest MCs of all time. Nigga, we ain't playing that shit with you, Trav. I respect Drake on some rapper shit more than Travis Scott.
His whole makeup. I took it there.
Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat.
And then to like, you know, to come back in our fold.
To make a point of...
Yeah, to invade the fold and then, you know, do all that he did. It was like, man, that was corny. He's shameless.
How much of that do we blame Ye for? Because Ye was the nigga who putting people around. See, this is the Pusha T and them, they come from different generations. If you think about it, all of Pusha T's problems with Birdman, Lil Wayne, Drake, who at all moments in time were the biggest rappers on earth, with all of Malice wasn't even rapping no more. It would have benefited Pusha T to rock with those niggas. He kept his head down and stuck to what he believed in. It's a different clock, nigga. We don't fuck with these goofy boys no more. Like, come on, man.
You've seen him do it to everybody. You know, I've definitely had to put my hand on your shoulder before. You died in front of me. You cried in front of me.
Cried in front of me. You died in front of me.
Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
I had to help you. People take that type of shit for granted. I don't take that for granted.
So he just meant the lifestyle. And we also have another clip where he raps, he sits down with Ebro. With Ebro.
So cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds,
the baby. I like this Ebro angle, just being a little different. You know, it's old man Ebro, and as much as you might not like him, he is still a member of hip-hop. And I think that members of hip-hop, we know how to hold each other accountable way better than just random podcasters. So I thought it'd be dope to hear from this perspective. I feel like Pusha's going to talk a little more to us directly. You know what I mean?
I just thought it was disrespectful. I'm like, man, you know, we don't even want you here.
Which is the calculation of the genius of Pusha T, which is why this nigga is a wartime general, because he understands that Travis Scott is two things you must destroy. You must, or fight. You must fight Travis Scott, and then you must fight the entertainment Kardashian machine. So when he goes to those last niggas, I think it was with GQ, he also has another thing, that's to speak to white America. When he sits down to Ebro, he's here to speak to the niggas. And hey, niggas, we are listening.
To be honest, like, we're not here to hognob with any rappers. And I personally don't like rappers who don't rap.
Woo, 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 woo. Now, see, this is the thing. We need to understand, this is what I was saying. It's like, can't touch us. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, can't touch us. MC Hammer is a legend and a G, and I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of fun to that song. But there was points that were being made by artists like Tupac about what MC Hammer represents and speaks to in rap, and how it actually is not a good thing, and how this is the commercialization, and how he is more of a what they thought, actually one of the most gangster niggas in history, but looked at him as a non-violent, non-aggressive Negro, and so you can put him in certain kinds of places. Start looking at the Travis Scotts and shit, and it's like, yo, just know that Kardashian, Starbucks, Crumble, all that shit that's going on in there, they don't speak to us. They don't speak for our culture, and even if we might enjoy parts of that, it's not us. That's what I just need to say. And Travis Scott is not a fucking rapper. And you won't call him an R&B singer, because then I will tell you he's probably one of the worst R&B singers we've ever heard of all time. The same goes for a lot of musicians. Like, you put a little Uzi Vert or something like that, although I will say Uzi Vert has a lot more lyrics. I could give you little Uzi bars, clever bars. You know what I'm saying? What he said, like in the arenas, like bars. Trav don't got them. He just be crooning about doing cocaine with white women in his bathroom.
Right. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want it. So, you know, to come and interrupt the session, to do something backhanded and backbiting, and not for nothing, like, man, I didn't have to put my arm around you before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to go along with the title, so be it. He does this numerous times. You know what I'm saying? He'll do it with his mentor.
Right.
Yay.
And I think Kanye West and all those Kid Cudi niggas are such weird, lame-ass Hollywood. And let me tell y'all niggas what I have learned as a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers. So you know, there's a lot of niggas that are millions of subs bigger than me, but I've learned that is the common. That's the norm. That's the meta, is sort of like this, like, fake, we're friends based off what we could do with each other, but we really deep down inside hate you and we not really loyal to you. And for niggas like me, niggas like just my whole camp, anybody around me, I think it is always one of our biggest problems, because we come from a world where if a nigga's your friend, that's your friend. I had a homie, his mom used to smoke cigarettes, and they used to not have what I now know, their dryer didn't work. So he couldn't wash his clothes. More, my nigga used to come to school smelling like an unopened can of Bounce That Ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was my nigga. That was my friend. I got into fights with niggas because of it. That's my friend. That is my first friend. That was my best friend. Now I'm gonna ride out for this nigga. His old stinking ass. And I remember after I got to a fight with that nigga, I said, bitch, why the fuck do you be coming to school smelling like this? Because I'm mad. Because I'm like, dog, I'm going to have to get up with a nigga. Not knowing, bro, just in severe poverty. Severe poverty and neglect, of being real with you. A lot of y'all niggas never had to do that. A lot of y'all niggas would have stood there and laughed at my nigga with them. And we don't come from that fucking cloth. That's not normal. That's not noble. That's not respectable. That's some hoe-ass shit. If you just want to be around whoever has the most bottles or whoever has the most subscribers, whoever gets the most views, you're a fucking weirdo. You are a groupie. I'm just, it's real out here, guys. Like,
you know what I'm saying? He was even instrumental in the whole beef now, to like that verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Egging that on. I don't want nobody who don't rap to egg nothing on. You don't rap. Stay out of rappers' business.
Wait, what was Trav egging on and I like that verse?
You specifically, stay out of rappers' business. Right. Don't do that.
The way he does not respect this nigga. Bro, I can't wait to read these comments. Who do you have as right and wrong in this situation? Does Trav, like, bro, this is business. This isn't friendship. I'm just doing business. Or are you on some Pusha? Nigga, I ride for my woes, bro. Matter of fact, drop in the comments no matter how you feel. Ride for my woes, and then tell me how you feel. This is Certified Vibe Check. Hit that thumbs up button. 10,000 thumbs up. We out this hoe.